Hey everybody, Psycho Vet here, bringing you my first video tutorial. What we're going to cover today is we're going to go over a few things to optimize your internet and your PC. Over time, I've noticed like a common thing going on that a lot of people don't know that even when your PC is brand new, it is not optimized for gaming. We're going to go over a few things here that's going to help with your internet speed, going to help with your latency, and hopefully it helps you have a better gaming and streaming experience. If you like the video, uh, if the video is helping you in any type of way, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to it. We're going to break this down into three different areas. We're going to have internet optimization, PC optimization, and PC maintenance. For internet optimization, we're going to go through a program that I've been using for years, ever since like I first had a PC back in the 90s. This website right here is called speedguide.net, and what we're going to look at here, you got the main page. We're going to look at the TCP Optimizer right here. So once you get to this page, you're going to go ahead and click on TCP Optimizer. It's going to take you to the next page. SG TCP Optimizer, TCP Optimizer 4. You're going to click it. It's going to download right here in the bottom right hand side. Go ahead and show it. Now for me, I always find things easier to pin to my taskbar. So I right click on it, pin it to taskbar. This is going to make it easier for you because you're going to have to run this program as an administrator. You're going to be making changes to registry. This is going to help your ping and your latency. So you're going to right click on SG Optimizer and click Run as Administrator. Wait for that to load up. You're going to say yes because this will be making changes to PC. That's loading up right now. Very, very simple what we're going to do. Now, first things first is you're going to have to know what your download speed is. Right here, you have connections. All the links for every program and every website that we use is going to be down below in the description. You're going to go to speedtest.net. Speedtest.net and run and see what your upload and download speed are. Now, for me, I have about 225 download speed. Anything above 100, it has it right here. Connection speed, you're going to take it all the way up. And then you're going to click Optimal. Apply changes. Now, this is going to apply changes to your PC, which is going to help the optimization of your internet. You're going to let that run through. It's going to ask you to reboot. Now, for the purpose of this video, I'm not going to reboot on anything. But even for you, on this step, you don't want to reboot either because we're going to make a few more gaming tweaks. You're going to click No, and then you're going to hit this Advanced Settings tab up at the top. Now, once you get over to here, you'll notice right over here on the right-hand side, you have these things called gaming tweaks. Network throttling index, disable Noggle's algorithm. Now, Noggle's algorithm, basically it bundles packets together, but at the cost of the latency of your computer. So this may actually increase your ping when you're playing games. So once we here, you notice everything's grayed out because we have the optimal done. But we're going to click custom, and then it's going to allow us to make changes. Now, for this, we're going to change the network throttling index. We're going to put it as disabled, FFF. We're going to change the system responsiveness to gaming, right here, gaming 0. And then we're going to disable Noggle's algorithm. And the way you do that is you're going to put it on disabled 1 for TCP ACK frequency. For TCP no delay, we're going to enable it 1. And then for TCP del ACK ticks, we're going to disable it 0. Once you're done with that, you're going to click Apply Changes, and you can now reboot your computer. Now, hopefully, this will help you as much as it's helped me out. I don't typically have network spikes or anything like that. If I do have an issue, it probably is more related specifically to my ISP and not my settings or specifically the game servers that I'm playing on. So you would click yes here to reboot. We're going to go ahead and click no, and we're going to get on to our next thing here. Now, if you think of your computer like taking a trip, whenever there are more obstacles in your way on the trip is going to take longer. Your computer acts the same exact way. Anything that's running in the background, whenever You want it to be where it is the fastest way for your computer to get from point A to point B. So we're going to go over a few things here that's going to help you optimize your computer and get those little obstacles out of the way. Go ahead and close this out. We're going to go ahead and go to these tweaks right here. The first things first, whenever you're dealing with your settings in your computer, you're going to press your Windows key and I. It's going to pop up your settings. Now, we're going to work on a couple things here. Number one is you want to make sure that Windows Update is turned off. You do not want Windows Update on. Imagine it being in the middle of playing a game and then suddenly Windows Update is downloading an update. It's going to take away from your packets. It's going to increase your ping. It's going to make everything run horribly. So you go to Update and Security here. Then you're going to go to Advanced Options. And see right here, all of mine are already turned off. Yeah, I turn everything off because I haven't had a top of the line PC in any of my time of gaming. So I've always looked to find the best little tweaks and everything I can to get the most out of my PC. So right here, I have receive updates for other Microsoft products off, download updates over meter connections off, restart this device as soon as possible when restart is required to install update off. And then I also have my update notifications off. Now for me, I just go and update. I check for Windows updates every now and again, just because it's something that kind of sticks out in my head. I would suggest you kind of do the same thing, but you definitely want it to be off in the background. Another thing here is game mode. Windows 10 has a mode that optimizes your PC for gaming. Now, for me, I'm a streamer. I use a single PC setup. So game mode is not good because what game mode will actually do is it will divert all of your resources to your game and then take away the resources from your streaming software like Streamlabs OBS, OBS Studio. So I keep my game mode off. Now, if all you're doing this is for gaming, you can go ahead and turn your gaming on. It's not going to be an issue. But my suggestion is if you're a streamer, do not turn this on. Going on to our next thing here. We are going to adjust the Windows 10 visual effect. Now we go back to the home setting. We can type in performance. And then right here it says adjust the appearance and performance of Windows. We'll go ahead and click on that. Now with anything, obviously if it says adjust for best performance, it's going to be what's best and what's getting the most out of. What this does is this takes off all the little elements, all the little bells and whistle visuals, so it doesn't take as much time for the regular PC processing. So you're going to click for adjust for best performance here. You're going to click apply and click OK. The next thing here is you want to adjust your power settings. I know what you're thinking. Well, I don't have a laptop. Well, this power settings also exist for desktops as well. So when you click on power and sleep settings, it's going to bring you up to this page right here. And then on the right hand side, it's going to say related settings, additional power settings. We're going to click on additional power settings. Then it's going to pop up with this right here. It says choose or customize a power plan. Now, normally right out the box, it says it right here, balanced recommended. We're going for high performance. We want to get the most out of our games that we can. So you click on high performance and it'll ask you accept it, you accept it, bam, computer's on high performance. Now moving forward, we're going to go into some PC maintenance. Now, one of the biggest things that with hardware is that hardware never comes 100% perfect. There's always drivers, there's always updates to those drivers. If you haven't been updating your drivers, then you're not using your PC to the best of its capacity. Now for me, I like to use a program called Driver Booster right here. What Driver Booster does is it basically recognizes all of the different peripherals, all the different hardware that you have connected to your computer, and it's going to tell you what needs to be updated. You're going to run a scan. Get to this point, it's going to say scan right here in the middle of this screen. You'll click scan. It's going to run through everything, and then it's going to tell you what drivers are out of date. Now, as you can see here, all of my drivers are up to date. You want to get past it. You do not have to have the Pro Edition to do any of these updates. Once you get to it, it's going to say update all. You'll update all. It'll go through. It'll download all the updates and install them for you. That way you don't have to sit there yourself and go to each individual website like Intel or AMD or Logitech and update your drivers. This is an all-encompassing program here. So once you get through all that, it's going to ask you to reboot. As you can tell, I recently did mine. It's telling me to reboot. But we're going to skip that for now and go on to the next thing in the video, which is getting rid of junk files, registry tweaks, registry vulnerabilities. I like to use a program called Advanced System Care. As you can see right here, Advanced System Care, it has startup optimization, privacy sweep, junk file clean, shortcut fix, registry clean, spyware removal. Internet boost we don't need because we're using the TCP Optimizer to do that, so you can go ahead and uncheck that. System optimization, registry defrag, security reinforce, vulnerability fix, and disk optimization. Now for the purpose and to keep all this kind of moving quickly, we're only going to go down to junk file clean. That way I can show y'all what it looks like when it runs and what to do. Now I remember when I first ran this program, I had about 6 gigs of junk files, which I didn't even know that you could have that many junk files. And junk files are just, they could be anything from cookies or, you know, your computer storing a website's file that's not even used or anything. So as you see here, it scanned for junk files. It says I have 5.3 megabytes of junk files. And then right here in the bottom right hand corner, it's going to say fix. Now you're going to click fix. It's going to go through it and then you're finished. Now, some other little things that I suggest. Now there is Advanced System Care has like a RAM releaser where it can release some of your RAM. You'll see it up here in the top right hand corner of my screen. Doing it right now, it says it released 1.2 gigabytes of RAM. It says that my CPU is using 38%. Well, jump down to 14%. CPU is using around 15 to 20%. RAM is at 28%. And then right down here in the bottom, you have all of my programs that are running in the background. Now, for me, whenever I play a game, I don't want anything running. I want to get the most out of that game that I can. So my suggestion, and this is what I do, is exit out of everything that you're not using and only have the game. If you're a streamer, only have your stream software and stuff up. Exit everything else out because you want to get the most frames that you can out of your individual games. And I hope that these tweaks and tips helped you out. I know a lot of the times a lot of people are kind of worried. They don't really know specifically what they can and can't do to their PC. I can guarantee you that none of these tips will harm your PC in any way. I've been using this stuff for a long time. Like I said, I've never had a top of the line computer, so I always try to squeeze as much out of my PC as I can. And I hope that if this helps you out, you'll like, subscribe, comment, and I appreciate all you guys. Y'all have a great day.